Listen, this system has failed. This system has failed from top to bottom regarding this guardian and everybody involved with that. The system has failed. I want my freedom back. How about that?
Wendy Williams is opening up about her life in an assisted living facility, describing conditions that she claims have kept her isolated and under many restrictions. In the new TubiTV documentary, TMZ Presents Saving Wendy Williams, the former talk show host spoke with TMZ host Harvey Levin over the phone while cameras recorded her from outside the facility. Williams claims she's being confined to one area and has barely been outdoors.
In the last 30 days, I went out twice for my teeth, you know what I'm saying? And that would be that.
Wendy, I gotta say, even people who are in prison for murder get an hour a day outside. And you've only been outside in fresh air twice in the last 30 days?
Yes.
What is it like?
Isolated, you know. Well, you see where I am, right? Where I am is this place where the people are older, you know what I'm saying? They are in their 90s and their 80s. They call this the memory unit. I am part of the memory unit. A memory unit, in other words, what? Somebody who doesn't remember crap? Are you serious? This is my life. You know what I'm saying? The memory unit is suffocating. I mean, like, I eat lunch and dinner in my bedroom. I don't eat out there with the people that live here just because it's so goddamn depressing.
The 60-year-old, who has been placed in the facility by her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, also says her communication with friends and loved ones has been restricted.
I can call you, but you can't call me.
What about communications? Do you have an iPad or some form of a computer?
I have not. Listen, I've asked the guardian person for an iPad since years, it seems like, but an iPad. Can I please have my telephone back? Can I please be able to call, you know, my family? You know, what is the problem with me calling and talking to friends of mine? They're not allowed to come in here, friends of mine. You know what I'm saying?
The Williams guardian previously claimed that she had been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and primary progressive aphasia, and court documents stated that she is legally incapacitated. But in the documentary, Williams denies those claims. Her niece, as well as Levin, who both have spoken with Williams at length, also say Williams does not appear to be incapacitated, and as Access Hollywood previously reported, Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, requested a new medical evaluation for the TV personality earlier this month.
In terms of how I feel, you know, health-wise, I feel fantastic. Listen, I'm not incapacitated.
There was a period where there were questions about people that were in her life, things that were going on with her financially, things that were going on medically. I absolutely understand why the court felt she needed a guardian at the time. I think that that's what people saw in the documentary, is that the Wendy Williams that we all know, the Wendy Williams that I've grown up with for 34 years, it was different. That's not the woman that we all knew and loved, and still love to this day. My thing is where we're at now, which is, this is a woman that, for whatever she was going through a year or 2 years ago, is not in that space anymore.
Wendy Williams had a severe alcohol problem, and she was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. She's sober now. Speaking to her on the phone, which I have done numerous times now, I am now hearing no evidence of somebody who's having memory lapses, somebody who's having trouble putting sentences together, and I have spoken with now numerous other people who have had similar experiences with her.
As part of their conversation, Harvey asked Williams to share her thoughts on several different topics so viewers could decide for themselves.
We happen to be doing this the day of Donald Trump's inauguration as president. What do you think about that?
Good for him. He's the 47th president, right?
Yep.
47th President of the United States.
What do you think of Trump becoming president again?
Good for him. Take the 4 years, and then can we start over with a younger president? I'm talking about somebody in their 50s. You know what I'm saying? I first met him at a movie in New York, and it turns out that I sit to the right of Donald Trump, like literally next to him. And so we got in conversation, and I had some candy, you know what I'm saying? I love Werther's Originals, and I love Jolly Ranchers, right? So he was observing, you know, my weight. I look at him like, what are you, looking at my weight? You know, I'm looking at him and I'm laughing. And that's the first time that I met him. The second time that I met him, he actually came to the show. You know what I'm saying?
You know, there are some people that are heavy.
Yes.
And they do great.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't mind losing a couple of pounds either, right?
Well, you always keep yourself together. Oddly, I don't picture you as the gym guy.
I always like wearing a jacket. It's much easier.
Yes.
And we talked, and you know what I'm saying? And you know, he was very snide and saying, you know, Wendy, you do look really good. I was like, what are you talking about, my weight? You know, he's the type of person. But yeah, it was nice to meet him on the show.
What about Diddy?
Prison for life. It's about time that he goes to prison, and you know, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Diddy done.
Do you think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are going to get married, and should they?
Honestly, I guess so, because they've been together for so long. Listen, to get married and get divorced, you know, I've done that twice in my life. There's nothing wrong with getting divorced. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Men are cheating pigs.
All men?
No, not all men, but usually in cheating, it's always a man who's cheating. You know what I'm saying? Although I did cheat while I was married, just to see how that felt, because I knew he was cheating. Sorry, not sorry.
You and Martha Stewart.
Well, I'm saying, and I cheated, by the way, and I cheated up. Like, if you're going to cheat, then cheat up. But if you're going to cheat, you cheat up.
Toward the end of the special, Williams becomes emotional as she speaks about her elderly father.
Wendy, your dad is turning 94 in February, and he's up there in age, and I know you want to go to Miami to see him and celebrate his birthday, because you don't know how many more there are going to be.
Right, exactly.
That must be important for you.
It's extremely important. It's extremely important to see my dad for his birthday, you know, and that is a family thing. It's not just a me thing, you know. I would wish that along with celebrating my dad's 94th birthday, that we as a family would come together in peace and harmony. That's what I wish for my dad. And I don't even know whether I'd be able to go to see my dad for his birthday. Are you so close that you could see me crying? Because I don't want to, because then that's something that they'll say to me, oh, Wendy, that's why you need to stay, you know, in this dying facility.
If you weren't crying, there'd be something wrong.
But I cry, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a mean bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Don't mistake my crying for a failure. And I'm not saying that to you, Harvey. Don't mistake my tears for weakness.
After that conversation, a judge did grant her permission to visit her father for 2 days.